What if I told you that the most powerful weapons in One Piece aren't meant to control the seas, but to reshape the entire world? There are three ancient weapons: Pluton, Poseidon, and Uranus, each capable of unimaginable destruction. But there is one theory that's been whispered across the seas. What if their true purpose is to destroy the Red Line, the massive landmass that divides the Grand Line and holds the world structure together? If that falls, the world as we know it changes forever. The Red Line is one of the two great geographical barriers of the One Piece world, stretching across the entire planet, intersecting the Grand Line and separating the seas into four parts: East Blue, West Blue, North Blue, and South Blue. Atop it rests Marie-Joie, the seat of the world government and the celestial dragons. Below it is the mysterious Fishman Island, sustained by a giant bubble and centuries of isolation. And towering over it all is the system built to preserve control: the separation of oceans, the separation of races, the separation of power. Now imagine that entire wall gone. That's where the ancient weapons come in. There are three ancient weapons said to be powerful enough to destroy the world. Poseidon. Poseidon isn't a ship or a bomb, it's a person. Specifically, a mermaid princess born once every few centuries with the ability to communicate with sea kings, giant continent-sized sea monsters. Currently, that person is Shiroshi. If she commanded every sea king in the ocean, nothing could stand in her way. Fleets, islands, or even the Red Line's underwater supports could be crushed. She holds a power that can sink the world, Neptune said. Pluton. Pluton is a warship, said to be the most devastating ever created. The blueprints were passed down to shipwrights in Water 7 until Frankie burned them. But in Wano, we learned that Pluton is real and hidden beneath the very country itself, and it can be released until Wano's borders are open. What kind of ship is so powerful it seals behind entire nations? Some theorize it's a mobile weapon of mass destruction, capable of literally breaking islands or even drilling through the Red Line. Uranus, the most mysterious of all. We don't know what Uranus is yet, but if Poseidon rules the seas and Pluton commands land-based destruction, Uranus may rule the skies, weather, lightning, or even the heavens themselves. Some fans theorize it could be related to Ino's Arc Maximum, or even Emu's mysterious energy weapon seen in the destruction of Lulusha Kingdom. Could Uranus be the final key that allows the other weapons to break the Red Line completely? Why destroy the Red Line? Let's look at what that would actually mean. All four blues unite. Right now, the seas are divided. You can't just sail from North Blue to East Blue. You need to cross the Red Line or navigate the Grand Line. Without the Red Line, the world becomes one ocean, a united sea, the all blue. The dream of Sanji and many others could become real. Reunification of races. The Red Line is also a symbol of segregation. The fishmen live below it, the celestial dragons live above it, the rest of the world is divided by it. Destroying it can mean liberation, the end of a species-based oppression. In Fishman Island, if the Red Line is destroyed, they could rise to the surface and finally live amongst the humans. Fall of Marie-Joie. The Red Line is the home of the world nobles, the celestial dragons. Blow up the Red Line and you blow up their throne, both literally and symbolically. The world government doesn't just fear the ancient weapons because of their power. They fear what happens when someone uses them to rewrite the world. Here's the big question. Could the ancient weapons actually destroy the Red Line? Let's connect the dots. Fishman Island is directly under the Red Line. Noah's Ark, the massive ship stored in Fishman Island, was built to carry its people to surface, possibly after the Red Line is destroyed. Luffy was entrusted by Joy Boy through the Sea Kings in Shiroshi to fulfill a promise made centuries ago. That promise may be to destroy the Red Line and unite the world. Remember, Fishman Island's prophecy says the island will be destroyed when the true king returns. That destruction may not be a tragedy, but a rebirth. Now think back to Wano. Pluton is hidden there. Wano's borders must open. Joy Boy's return is tied to Wano, Luffy, and Zunisha. We may be watching the final stages of a global reset playing out, with Luffy unknowingly holding the keys to all three weapons. Here's where things get deep. Joy Boy's story is tied directly to the ancient weapons, Fishman Island, and the lost history of the Void Century. The Poneglyphs, the ancient stones scattered around the world, are the breadcrumbs Joy Boy left behind. Many believe Joy Boy attempted to bring the world together and failed, but now Joy Boy has returned in the form of Luffy, and history is repeating itself. Could the true plan be use the ancient weapons to destroy the Red Line, create the All Blue, unite the world's races, end the world's government's reign? Even the One Piece itself may not be a treasure, but the outcome of that plan: one world, one ocean, one people. The world government is terrified of something. They erased the Void Century, they banned research into poneglyphs, they tried to execute Nico Robin as a child just for knowing the name Pluton, and now Emu, the shadowy figure at the top of the world, seems to wield a power that could rival the ancient weapons themselves. Could we see a final war? Ancient weapons versus Emu's unknown power. If Luffy, Shirahoshi, and maybe even Vivi or Bonnie are tied to these weapons, it's possible the last arc of One Piece will be a clash of ideologies and gods, with the Red Line at the center. So, could the ancient weapons destroy the Red Line? Yes, and more importantly, they may be destined to. Not destroy the world, but to finally set it free. And if Joy Boy failed once, Luffy might be the one to finish what he started. And the bigger question is, will the world be ready for what comes next? Drop your theories in the comments. Do you think the Red Line will fall? And what do you believe the One Piece really is? Subscribe to the Grand Line Report, where we follow the truth wherever it leads.